you to just do it. By the U.S. Armed Forces, where opportunity is waiting for you. And by Pronto, featuring quality auto parts at lower prices.
20 minutes of basketball left here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. We're at the Pan American Center, where the home team does not lose very often, but tonight they trail by 7, 52-45. Let's take a look at some of the individual numbers in this game. David Butler having a big game, and you can see him get better with every outing, Quinn.
Well, he really does. As long as New Mexico State allows the ball to get in the paint inside, David Butler will be a threat. Stacey Augmon just gets up and down. Hunt, I got having a good half, but as a rule, as you can see, everybody is on track to get their double figures, as all 5 starters do from Nevada, Las Vegas.
And it really says something about Johnson, because we talked about the fact he's been pretty much invisible. Still, he's got 8 points. Randy Brown has clearly been the guy for the Aggies.
Well, without him, this game could easily be a blowout. Randy Brown, normally a passer, assist man, setting up his teammates, has come out very aggressively shooting the basketball, getting 17 buckets, 17 points. And you can see Hill has had a good half, as well as Jordan. Lucky has come off and made his 3-point, which is what he does pretty well. Anderson with 4 points.
And it came at a big time, too. Let's take a look at the storyline in this game. 10 points off of turnovers for UNLV. We talked about the fact when they get the numbers, they make it count.
They really do make it count. They force turnovers, and then right off of that, you see they got 10 points. But what they've also had, Greg Anthony's pushed it up, got 8 assists, and that's really helped them on that side. I think what's really hurting New Mexico State, obviously, is they've been outscored tremendously, 33-15. They've got to find a way to stop the front 3 of Nevada, Las Vegas. But on the boards, they've done a good job. They've held their own. They must continue to do that, but they've got to stop the front line of Nevada, Las Vegas.
And the rebounding, according to Neil McCarthy, was a real key. Let's bring you up to date on Greg Anthony. He had a slight sprain to the right ankle. Remember, he went off limping near the end of the first half. He is okay, and he will start the second half. Aggies with the ball. Hill got into the lane, left it nicely, but New forgot to take the ball with him.
It was a good play, good idea. At the time, Hill took the ball to the basket. It looked like a design play just to try to get a basket coming out of the halftime.
New has had a very rough first half.
Well, he really is, and I think he's trying a little bit too hard. It's an opportunity for him to do something good against a good team. He just hadn't been able to get it done.
And again, the fast hands of the Aggies knocked that one out of bounds, but it'll be the Rebels' ball. Larry Johnson on the low post. Turnaround jumper. Somebody got a hand on that. Here's the quick outlet to Jordan. Aggies are very quick defensively. Jordan had no place to go. Got in the air, went down very hard.
Jordan takes the ball to the basket and he starts to get aggressive, but if you watch, he'll turn and his feet get knocked from under him and he has no way to stop, and you can see his head just rock off the bottom of the floor.
Jarring fall from Jordan. He is conscious.
He's conscious, and he looks as though he's talking to everybody, but that he took a tough knock right there.
Once again, of course, in these kinds of situations, they will take no chances, and it's absolutely the right thing to do.
Unquestionably. You know, the interesting thing about Jordan is he did not play basketball in high school. He's from Proviso East, where Doc Rivers of the Atlanta Hawks and the longtime player Jim Brewer from that used to play in the league. But for some reason, he just didn't play. And I asked him before the game, I said, why didn't you play? He said, I just didn't feel like I wanted to play. And all of a sudden, he got to junior college, and he decided he wanted to give it a shot. You see, he's got good skills going to the basket. When he jumped, nobody fouled him. He just got his feet taken from him, and there's no question he knocked his head, but he's up and walking. You hear the crowd giving him a well-deserved hand.
So Jordan will sit for a while. He leaves with 8 points. Started the season on the bench, but he has come on to start the last 9 games.
Kid's played 2 years of 3 years of basketball. And in this system with Neil McCarthy, he will learn a great deal because you see he has the raw ability. He just needs to have it refined some, and McCarthy is very good at doing that.
Talk about the fact that this Aggie team has 5 players who have never played together before, and yet they have a great chemistry. Neil says they all hang out together. They get along really well. They go to classes together. They spend as much time off the court with each other as on the court. Butler in the lane is short with that jumper. Rare miss.
Good time for New Mexico State to score. They've been stuck here on 45.
Flucky leaves it nicely for New, but he's picked from behind by Butler. Here come the Rebels, 3-on-2 quickly. Hunt for 3, won't go. But Johnson right there for the rebound. What a play.
Well, it's a good play, but what I didn't get to mention right at the beginning of the second half, Nevada, Las Vegas making a concerted effort to get Larry Johnson in the game. You saw him down on the block. This time I saw him go aggressively for the rebound. I expect we'll see more of that in this half.
Brown almost turned it over. They have Flucky in the ballgame now, obviously, for the three-point shot. Ardman, of course, jumps right out on Flucky. He takes it 2 this time and has it. And a bad pass the other way.
A little bit of miscommunication. Greg Anthony thought he saw the lob sign of David Butler. Jerry Tarkanian didn't see it, and I don't think David Butler saw it either. Pass went out of bounds.
That's another play the Rebels use a great deal and rarely ever miss on. Hill comes behind a New screen to the basket. Credit Michael New with that one.
Good take to the basket. The only question that I would have a little bit about New Mexico State is that they're doing a little bit too much dribbling. They need to move the ball in their bodies to make the defensive move from Nevada, Las Vegas.
Greg Anthony, nice pass underneath to Butler. Got the roll, count the basket. He'll go to the line. What a pass by Anthony. Take a look at the action at the other end a moment ago.
Nevada's Las Vegas does a good job on you defensively. You see right here, looked like an uncontested shot, but David Butler gets the ball out, up for the fast break. And you see just the play that you have to make. Push it up there, but watch who gets the rebound. Aggressively, Larry Johnson.
Good news for Aggie fans. Jordan, after having taken that serious fall, has come back and Flucky leaves.
You know, we were talking a little bit earlier. This is a better team than the team that's ranked number 10.
Definitely.
With Butler and Scurry, they can go get rebounds that they couldn't get without those guys.
One of the things you have to say about Jerry Tarkanian, he always gets great athletes, but he makes these great athletes great basketball players.
He really does. He gets the guys to play together, and Jerry's whole thing is giving them an opportunity to play.
Brown stepped on the line. But you made the point earlier, they play very good defense. It's a very team-oriented organization, Las Vegas. They always have been, as long as I can remember.
One of the good things about having a lot of good athletes, you can't afford to slack off. If you do, or you start pouting, there's somebody that can play just as well as you that's sitting on the bench.
It's interesting to watch Las Vegas practice because the coach yells at the players and the players yell right back at the coach. They have an interesting kind of respect for one another. That's a jump off call on the possession arrow pointing toward Las Vegas. This is New Mexico, and the possession arrow is a real arrow.
Yeah, it really it was easy for me to figure that one out. With some of those others, I don't figure out that well.
Nice step in front by Brown. Ahead it goes to Hill. Race to the basket. Leaves it for New down the lane. I think that pass is intended for Jordan. And we talked about the fact when Vegas has the numbers, they don't miss it. The Aggies did, but they got a break at the other end.
Well, they got a big break at the other end because that's a 4-point swing if that is allowed to go. Because that time New is really struggling, as you mentioned, Barry, and he tried to get in there and get that pass that was going to James Anderson. Missed the shot, and fortunately, going back the other way, Stacey Aughney got called for the foul. Fortunately, that is for the Aggies.
And another turnover. And a nice pass to Hunt to the basket. And the biggest lead of the night for the Rebels. A little bit of frustration started to set in, I think, on the Aggies. And Anderson threw up a terrible shot and went in.
Got a prayer answered. Oh, gee, knee.
What a great move. What a great move by Johnson. I don't care if it didn't go in. 3-on-2 now for the Aggies. Reverse layup there. And just like that, it's a 6-point game. Hill's got 13.
And as you can see, the Aggies are able to run.
Got the crowd back in it. They haven't been too much of a factor until now. Anthony. No. Anderson the rebound. Aggies can cut it to 4 or even 3. Jordan to Hill. No. Butler the rebound. Butler all the way. Count it. It was Anthony. I beg your pardon. I said Butler. And then Anthony.
The thing that Neil McCarthy was talking to his team about is if a man is coming at you on the fast break, you've got to stop the ball. That time, nobody stopped the ball, and Greg Anthony took it right to the basket and looking at a three-point play.
Anthony converts it back up to a 9-point lead for the Rebels. 14:59 remaining in the ball game. Las Vegas leads it by 9. Full dip right here on ESPN tomorrow night. Aggies in another one of those must situations. Brown got cut off at the pass. Nice pass underneath to Anderson off the glass. Anderson's starting to get in the game a little bit.
He's getting the ball where he can be effective. He got it down on the block, and that is where he's most effective.
And there's another great play by Vegas, but a foul is going to be called, and it's going to go against the Rebels.
Yeah, that's Larry Johnson. They called him for the foul. He was, again, he's trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Talked to him at half. Larry, you got to get in the game, and he's trying to. That time, rightfully so, he got called for the offensive foul.
So the Aggies just will not go away.
No, I don't think they're going to go away, but as much as they won't go away, Tark's crew won't quit either.
That's the cutter. Jordan underneath. He got the roll. Fouled by Butler. Will go to the line. Another nice pass just to get him the ball, too.
Well, it was an outstanding pass. All of a sudden, Jordan was just roaming. If you look at the coming right across the screen, Jordan is wide open, and the pass is there, and Butler tries to block it, but you see he swipes left and then right, knocking it into the basket. But it was that constant movement by Reggie Jordan that got him in position to get that shot.
Strong move, too, to get that ball to go down, because Butler had a hand on the ball. He missed the three-point try, and Johnson rebounds it. Here's Augman on the baseline. Reverse won't go. Foul call on Anderson. They have been getting Stacey Augman down low on the baseline.
Well, that's the first, one of the few times I should say that they found him. And one of the reasons is that when a team plays a zone defense, the best place to come from is behind the zone. That time, Stacey Augman was clearly behind the zone. James Anderson lost him, and now Stacey Augman is shooting the second of 2 shots.
1 out of 2. Anderson rebounds. 6-point Vegas lead. Benjamin is back in the ballgame. He had 3 assists and a couple of steals, so he had some good minutes in the first half, and that time he turns it over, so I sure did it to him.
You jinxed him. You jinxed him. But that was partly you when you're jinxed. The other part was good defense by Nevada, Las Vegas. Jordan was standing still, and then all of a sudden he moved. Benjamin just threw it out.
Hunt has what amounts to a 4-point shot if he wants it. Johnson in the high post. Anthony steps in. Stepping in front nicely was Anderson. 3-on-1 for the Aggies. Brown just got it.
Great decision by Benjamin. He had a lot of places to go, but he made the defense make a decision, and actually he forced the defense to make a decision and made that play, what you have to do.
First basket of the second half for Randy Brown. He's got 19, and it's a 4-point game, and the crowd is on its feet. Butler on the blocks. quiets the crowd.